Community update for people living by the old Kerr-McGee plant in northwest Springfield. The Department of Natural Resources has been leading efforts to clean up creosote contamination there. Francis Watson gives us a progress report and the health concerns from neighbors. Francis?
And Maria, this is where the old Kerr-McGee plant site is. It's just southeast of I-44, right before Kearney up here. And that company for about 100 years used creosote to treat railroad ties. The chemical, found to be cancer-causing, is being cleaned up from the ground and water sites, but I'm told it'll take years before there could be any improvements.
We never dreamed anything like this.
LaVon Ritter says she's lived near the Kerr-McGee plant in northwest Springfield for over 50 years.
That company was a good neighbor. They had Halloween parties, they had Easter egg hunts, and there was no concern of anybody about the smell or anything. Nobody really cared, not back then.
The company used creosote to treat railroad ties for decades. Runoff from the wastewater contaminated the ground nearby with cancer-causing chemicals. LaVon says it could have been the cause of her past illnesses.
I'm the only one in my family who's had any kind of cancer. So I'm very concerned as to, was this a result or was it not?
Based on the data that we've collected to date, we're not seeing complete exposure pathways. However, what I would say is certainly for the residents that have lived here a long time, there's been a number of concerns voiced by those residents about their adverse health effects due to living next to this facility.
Officials with the multi-state trust say while it's very difficult to clean up the creosote, they are committed to the effort and will continue to monitor the groundwater.
There will be a pump and treat system probably operating for a very long time. We're looking to look at other alternatives, potentially including putting a cap on the site, putting in a barrier wall or slurry wall. These are all things that can help reduce the long-term operational costs.
LaVon believes there's nothing that can be done to treat the contaminated 68 acres of land near her home.
I think it'll never be cleaned up. It's too big of an area. It's been too many years. It's into the ground. How deep it's into the ground is anybody's guess, and they can't really do much of anything else but leave it alone.
And more information about the cleanup project, including testing results, can be found on this website. It's dedicated to the project. You can have a tab up here and see all of the results down at towards the bottom. Now, you're going to find a link to this page on our story in the Free News app or our website. Paul, Maria?